Morning Edition.
We are ensuring still that we do as much as possible to provide food and income replacement to assist those Bahamians in need.
The economic and health projections outlined as a number of restrictions are lifted today. The country now has a new Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of State for Finance. Also,
first order of business is really to ensure that the gym is in performance shape, just like someone's body would be in shape.
Gyms are reopening today after being closed for months, and
I chose this particular wall because I realized that a lot of people, they frequent the area via the highway, but they really don't know how great this institution is.
An artist painting for a needy cause. All of these stories and much more when the Morning Edition comes right back.
First, it's more than just our name, more than just our achievements. It's our nature, and it's where we put our customers. At Bahamas First, we've refreshed our look, but our nature remains the same. We design insurance solutions that protect our customers from life's uncertainties, whatever they may be. We equip you for the future so that you can recover stronger. Bahamas First, what's first for you comes first for us.
We're here to help you. We're here to hold your hand. We're here to support you.
I think it's everyone who sacrifices their life to serve the needs of others are all heroes.
So we all just kind of get together and do what's right for our patients.
The human connection is what bonds all of us. I'm truly proud to be part of the Pineapple family.
What matters most is your health. Be proactive about it.
Good morning, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis. Thank you so much for having us in your company. The Christmas chill is definitely in the air as Santa moves on his sleigh. But in the meantime, we should also look out for unsettled weather today as a strong cold front near South Florida will move into the northwest and central Bahamas. This will result in a drastic cool down and windy conditions after the frontal passage. Weather generally cloudy to overcast with widely scattered showers and thunderstorms. You may also want to pull out your blankets tonight as the temperature will go down to about 66 degrees. Off the top this Monday, there's a sense of optimism on the home front as hotels prepare to reopen, and with borders open, figures are now showing some added revenue for the country. As the Christmas season approaches, a number of relaxation measures will take effect today. Churches and religious services may be held during curfew hours, that is after 10 p.m., to accommodate midnight mass, watch night services, and other liturgical services. This applies to New Providence, Abaco, Grand Bahama, Exuma, and Eleuthera, the islands now with curfews. Also from December 24th to January 3rd, social gatherings will be permitted with a maximum of 10 people. Also effective today, the quarantine presently in place for travelers leaving New Providence for the Family Islands will be lifted. Meantime, more assistance on the way for Bahamians on the unemployment line. During his national address on Sunday, Prime Minister, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, noted that tens of thousands still remain unemployed and in need. But that said, the Prime Minister announced an extension to provide continued assistance through the National Insurance Board.
To continue to meet the needs of our citizens, the government will extend yet again the unemployment benefit assistance through January 2021. This extended unemployment benefit program, which is funded by the government but administered by NIB, has benefited 36,959 Bahamians whose employment benefits ended after the customary 13 weeks or who otherwise would not qualify for unemployment. The payouts for this program at the end of November totaled just over $70 million.
With the extension of the program through the month of January, thousands of Bahamians will get some measure of assistance until they are called back to work. But that is not the only program that will be extended into 2021.
The government will extend its food distribution program for the first quarter of 2021, with an allocation of another $10 million to provide food assistance to the most vulnerable in our society. This program has to date provided assistance to over 100,000 Bahamians. I want to again thank the many businesses, civic groups, and individual citizens who have given their money and their time over and over again to help support the government's feeding program and many other programs. Thank you again also to the non-government organizations that have worked tirelessly as part of the National Task Distribution Task Force.
The Prime Minister also announced the appointment of Minister of Public Works, the Honourable Desmond Bannister, as Deputy Prime Minister. He said Mr. Bannister's portfolio includes capital works and infrastructure. His wealth of experience and good counsel made him the right person to be a part of the economic team. Also appointed was Minister of State for Finance, the Honourable Kwesi Thompson, who served as Minister of State for Grand Bahama. Now, in a statement, Thompson said he is humbled to assume the role at the Ministry of Finance as Minister of State. He says it comes at a time of great domestic and global turmoil due to Hurricane Dorian and COVID-19. Thompson says he remains grateful to God for the opportunity to serve, and as we navigate our way through this public health crisis, the country remains in a vulnerable position. However, the timely and decisive actions of the government have helped the country to maintain fiscal stability and investor confidence. The Prime Minister also named a special advisor to the Office of the Prime Minister who will drive the recommendations made by the Economic Recovery Committee and focus on the ease of doing business.
This new special advisor is Mr. Nathaniel Benaby Jr. Mr. Benaby was the first Bahamian to be appointed Managing Director and Chairman of the Board of RBC, Royal Bank Bahamas Limited. He has long-standing experience in banking and has served on a number of public and private boards. He has many, many decades of experience. His core assignment is to help turn recommendations into action. Also on his team will be the Financial Secretary, Marlon Johnson, and Mr. Kenneth Kerr. Another core member of this team will be Mrs. Wendy Craig, an economist by training. Mrs. Craig is a former and well-respected governor of the Central Bank. She has served as an economic advisor in the Ministry of Finance since May 2016. I will rely on her experience, advice, and counsel.
Well, more positive news in the local fight against COVID-19. We can tell you this morning that the country has recorded no new cases on Sunday. However, 11 COVID patients remain hospitalized, which is down significantly in recent weeks. And still to come, you can now get those muscles pumped up as gyms reopen across this country. That and more when the Morning Edition continues.
This pandemic, it is our duty to ensure that all citizens, residents, and visitors are adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocol. Restaurants may operate utilizing curbside pickup, drive-through, takeaway, or delivery. Any establishment who allows the entry of any person not wearing a mask is liable upon a summary conviction to a fine of $500. I am Ambassador Ashanti Ruka of the COVID-19 Enforcement Unit. Save a life that may be your own.
This message brought to you by the Ministry of National Security in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Did you know that there are over 30,000 Bahamians with diabetes and another 23,000 with prediabetes? Each year, this number is expected to increase. Many people who have diabetes are unaware. If you are having blurry vision, feeling thirsty, urinating frequently, or are unusually tired or losing weight despite a healthy diet, you may have diabetes. If you have a parent or sibling that has diabetes, you are also at an increased risk of developing diabetes. If you have noticed any of these symptoms, it is important to see your doctor, who will perform the necessary tests to confirm the diagnosis. Together, we can beat diabetes.
This Thursday at 8 p.m., celebrate the Christmas season with the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band as it presents a night of Christmas music. Featuring special guest performances by the police choir, Carissa Smith, violinist Cameron Pratt, and Dr. Trent Davis and the Golden Gates World Outreach Ministries praise team. That's a night of Christmas music by the Royal Bahamas Police Force Band. This Thursday at 8 p.m. only on the ZNS Television Network.
What I love most about working for the Bahamas tonight is that we don't only focus on New Providence. We cover the entire Bahamas. We have a team here in the Northern Bahamas that is ready to bring you the stories, the people, and the news that matter to you. From point A to Z, covering hurricanes to elections and everything in between.
As students prepare to return to the classroom today to sit end-of-year exams, Director of Education Marcellus Taylor says some schools have opted to do face-to-face exams, while others will still use virtual platforms. For those students who will be sitting the exams from home, Taylor had this to say.
We want the parents to ensure that the students, are exercising integrity when they sit the exams, and the parents also don't interfere with the progress. Leave your child alone and let them do their test by themselves. But we appreciate, we know it's a lot. We appreciate the effort that many parents have made. Those parents who are not making the full effort, we encourage you to try and do so. We only have one more week, which is the week with these assessments, and then you'll be able to get a little break. Hopefully, if the numbers of COVID-19 cases could remain low, we'd be able to go back to face-to-face.
Concerns regarding the enrollment of new students and those transferring to another school are also being raised as health and safety measures are being placed at the forefront in this COVID environment. While some are saying a health visa should replace the immunization record, Director of Education Marcellus Taylor shared his views.
But you don't need it to go to the food store, you don't need it to go to church, you don't need it to go to other places locally. I guess if the situation gets to the point where it's needed and health determines that would be needed, then of course we'd have to comply. It's not something that we are planning, it's not something that it's in our remit to require. And I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that, but if health determines that is what has to happen, then we'll comply.
It's been months for gym owners who have been closed for quite some time due to COVID-19 restrictions. Today, we caught up with the Chief Executive Officer of Empire Fitness, Dr. Kent Bazard, who shared his plans once given the green light to open.
First order of business is really to ensure that the gym is in performance shape. Just like someone's body would be in shape if you don't use it. Being in a closed environment with the air not circulating, one of the major problems we have is structural damage due to, water vapor accumulating in various places, causing rust, causing leaks. So just want to make sure those things are sorted out. That's the first thing. Second thing is we are in the traditional slow season for fitness. However, we still want to provide a fun time for our patrons. We usually have a big event around this time of year, a fitness competition for Junkanoo.
Bazard confirmed that no meeting took place with gym owners and medical officials regarding reopening as they remain compliant with the protocol set. He notes with the closure period comes mounting expenses, which for Bazard equates to thousands of dollars in the red.
We're over 100,000 as far as expenses are concerned. Many of my colleagues in the gym business are around the same. So, you know, it's a big challenge to pretty much start from zero at negative 100,000. Not a good business position to be in at all. However, some of us have very good landlords, have good relationships with them, so we've worked out various payment arrangements, etc. It would be nice if there was some way in that the government could assist, especially our industry or businesses in our industry specifically, in that regard, because many of us have bank loans, and the banks aren't very cooperative. Then there's the utilities, which also is a challenge.
Stay close, we've got more right after this. You're watching The Morning Edition.
Hey, have you heard? ZNS is everywhere you are when you download the new ZNS app. Whether you're on the move or just kicking back. Miss something on the news? It's there. Want to keep up with a live update? It's there. Or just want to listen to your favorite station? It's there too. Download the app now from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Pastor Gupta is a creative arts teacher in the country on a work permit.
His ultimate goal is to obtain a green card and to move to the United States.
Look, Miss Joanna, don't go there. It's Lady Joanna, miss. And God forbid my witness, the man I use you. Just like Jasper say, you're too gullible.
He realizes that some women, especially church women, are gullible when it comes to romance and sweet talks.
Richmond Park is a very small, close-knitted community.
Neighborhood Watch isn't just about crime. It's about building community. It just so happens that by building community, we can produce many positive effects.
We are sort of each other's keeper, and I mean that by saying,
if I see somebody sitting across the street from my neighbor's house that I'm not familiar with, I'm going to take note of that, because that's my neighbor's house.
That really came to light during the pandemic. So we've got a group of young kids in this area. When I told them there were going to be no summer camps because of social distancing, these kids spend the summer baking cookies and cupcakes and selling it. And the thing is, we were their first customers.
Here in Ridgeland, we are one.
Join the National Neighborhood Watch Council and help build a network of communities.
Hey, long time no see.
You hear me?
Long time no see.
Boiled fish, stewed fish, stew conch. I love it all.
Tourists come here to take our tours, experience our sun, sand, and sea, and they also spend money around town.
I used to see a bunch of hogfish around here, but nowadays, I hardly see any.
You protect one area, the fish do their thing, make a bunch of babies, that spread all over the sea. What's the problem?
If we protect certain parts of our sea, it keeps all parts working right.
I was against that phase, but knowing what I know now, I totally agree with having marine protected areas.
I support marine protected areas.
We support marine protected areas.
Look for Bahamas Protected on Facebook.
Sign the petition. Sign the petition.
Are you you experiencing red ribbon ball blues? Well, not to worry. You can still donate $25, $50, $75, and $100 or any amount you prefer by supporting the Bahamas AIDS Foundation's Let's Not Attend initiative. The red ribbon ball was canceled physically due to the threat of COVID-19 and its restrictions. With its theme, Support the Cause, One Fight, One Community, Public Relations Manager Arame Ford Strawn says the foundation is hosting the fun-filled event to not only garner more donations, but to allow patrons to reflect on past experiences.
You know, Facebook and some social media platforms, they will send you memories of what happened last year this time or 3 years this time. And so there's a lot of pictures and party memories popping up on my line, and those of my friends. So we've been posting. I've really been feeling the red ribbon ball blues because it's a wonderful time. This year, we just want to say, hopefully next year we'll be able to get back in the trenches and have a great ball. But for now, if you can just go in your wallet and send us a few dollars. The ball is not cheap. The tickets are expensive. You got to get your dress, your hair, your makeup. You know, guys got to rent a tuxedo or whatever it is. So don't dish out the $500. Perhaps you give us $100. Whatever you can do, though, we would definitely appreciate your support.
Persons wishing to make donations to the cause can log on to www.bahamasaidsfoundation.org or call 325-9326 or 7. Well, if you're looking for some Bahamian homemade iced tea made from bush medicines to boost your immune system, especially as we fight COVID-19, this next story may interest you. Owner of Bahama Brew, Anwar Knowles, told the morning team that after he stopped drinking sodas, he used his culinary background to whip up some good old iced teas. Knowles says his teas that are sold by the case for $24 have been a hot seller here in the capital and in Exuma for the past 5 years.
It was a matter of being able to create a product that represented the Bahamas and showed that we have the talent to produce quality products that can compete with international brands. With the flavors I have of fever grass, soursop, ginger spice, and tamarind. They're all plant-based, made from the natural plant. No artificial powders, no artificial syrup, so they're all natural.
Now, it takes Anwar, who works full-time, about a week to process the popular Bahamian brewed iced teas. However, he says he feels the teas will go a long way in boosting your immune system. We now head on out to our Lloyd Island in the Morning Edition traffic team for your daily traffic commute.
Yes, good morning, LaDon. Good morning, Bahamas. A great start to your Monday morning. This morning we are at the road traffic office on Carmichael Road. Open, and of course, persons are being. This is a police. Also, this morning we are joined by Constable Princeton Jr. from the Royal Bahamas Police Force Traffic Division, who again is pitting for a weekend. Officer, in this is on this time of morning. What can you tell us about
10 drops or 4 persons were injured, and also there were 6 were vehicle damage only. We have 7 persons in hospital at this time, reference to traffic accidents. However, this area in the Carmichael area is a very frequent accident area, so we try to be cautious in this area to other road users also.
And speaking about those accidents, of course, many of us, unfortunately, have noticed many of them around the island where we have lamp poles being damaged and other public fixtures being damaged. But talking about the idea of debris, who's ultimately responsible for cleaning up those debris? And again, when it comes to the repair of those items, who's responsible?
When it comes to the cleaning up the debris on the street after the accident has happened, we are assisted by the tow truck driver, whoever is on scene at the time. But the officer, the investigating officer, is responsible for all those debris are left in the road. However, when it comes to the poles being damaged or any rails, there's Ministry of Works. We inform them. Before we do anything else, we inform them and let them know that this is being damaged. And the person who is responsible for that accident will have to pay in reference to the damages done.
All right, well, thank you for that update. And, of course, that's been a quick look at our Monday morning traffic report from the area of Carmichael Road. This is at the road traffic office, which, again, is open today. Persons are invited to come out, but, of course, you would have to make bookings, and it's totally cashless. For the morning edition, Lloyd Allen, ZNS Network News.
Thanks a lot, Lloyd. Stay close. We've got more right after this. You're watching the Morning Edition.
During this pandemic, it's our duty to ensure that all citizens, residents, and visitors are adhering to the COVID-19 safety protocol. Every person shall practice physical distance between themselves and others who are not of the same household of no less than 6 feet. I am Ambassador Amanda Etchcom of the COVID-19 Enforcement Unit. Save a life that may be your own.
This message brought to you by the Ministry of National Security in conjunction with the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer affecting Bahamians. Your risk of developing colon cancer is increased if you have a personal history of colorectal cancer or colon polyps, a family history of colon cancer, or inflammatory bowel diseases such as ulcerative colitis. Other factors that can increase your risk of developing colon cancer are low-fiber, high-fat diets, a sedentary lifestyle, obesity, smoking, and alcohol. You can take steps to reduce your risk of colon cancer by making specific lifestyle changes. Eat a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. These foods contain fiber, minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants, which may play a role in cancer prevention. Drink alcohol in moderation or not at all. Do not smoke. Exercise with a goal of getting in at least 30 minutes each day. If you've been inactive, start slowly and gradually build up to 30 minutes. Also, talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. Maintain a healthy weight. If you're at a healthy weight, maintain it by combining a well-balanced diet with daily exercise. If you need to lose weight, ask your doctor about healthy ways to achieve your goal. Colon cancer screening can also help to prevent colon cancer or lead to its early detection when treatment is most effective. If you're 45 years or older, speak to your doctor about having a colonoscopy or some form of colon cancer screening that may be appropriate for you. I'm Dr. Eugene Marcus Cooper. Pay attention to your health. Get the facts and discuss colon cancer with your physician today.
This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Public Hospitals Authority.
A local artist joining thousands around the world to shed light on the growing issues of children with special needs. Like many others, she hopes her talent could spark a global revolution. Desmond Saunders reports.
Fresh of her winning mural entry in this year's Central Bank Art Competition, 35-year-old artist Abby Smith is using her creative talents to bring awareness to a very important issue: mental disabilities in children.
This mural talks about mental disabilities in children and how the Stapleton School has been instrumental in providing a great resource for kids, especially the school. You know, the teachers, the students, they have a place that they can come and really have education tailored to them.
Her colorful paintings now being displayed on the wall of the Stapleton School for Children off Dolphin Drive.
I chose this particular wall because I realized that a lot of people, they frequent the area via the highway, but they really don't know how great this institution is. Yes, persons have been stopping, persons have been blowing their horns and screaming good job, and, you know, really encouraging us, because I have students that come out here, my Aquinas College students, and they're working with me, you know, because they're excited about the project.
The artist, who is also a teacher at Aquinas College, is using the amazing art form of Junkanoo to paint her message.
With Junkanoo, it being our mode of cultural expression, that, you know, these kids too, they love Junkanoo. They're just like every other kid here in the Bahamas. They're Bahamian, authentically Bahamian, and they celebrate just like us. They have the movements just like us. They love to see color just like us, and so this is me giving back to them.
Abby's passion for art began at an early age. She vividly recalls sketching her mother's wall with yellow crayons. Now her mission continues to share her visual expression of creativity to the world.
I would like to color the walls of Nassau as best as I can. Encourage my students to also do the same thing, to really spread art in the community, because we don't see enough of it. And the more we can give back, the more people can get engaged and understand why art is important, why we should really celebrate it not only in the schools but in our everyday lives.
Abby's stunning mural, shedding light on special needs children, celebrating the joy of Junkanoo. Desmond Saunders, ZNS Network News.
Thanks a lot, Desmond. And that's a wrap for us this morning. For the entire team, I'm LaDawn Davis. Remember to bundle up and have a fantastic day.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a costume to rush on Main Street. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 cowbells and a costume to rush on Main Street. On the third day of Christmas, my true love sent to me